Hey guys, it's my cat, and today I'm going to be showing you my classics movie collection. Any movies that are pretty much 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s. I'm going to start off with my snapback cases and my ones that are in the package that I didn't open, and then I'll just kind of go down the row because I have like 2 rows of classic movies. So let's get started with the ones I didn't open, ones that I've collected. I'm not going to take them out of the package and stuff like that. So yeah, first movie I have is The Swimmer, Burt Lancaster. Good movie. This movie was out of print for a while. This used to be worth like $100 for some reason until it was released on Blu-ray. But this is a really good movie. Really weird movie. Let's see. Watership Down. This was an old animated adult movie about rabbits. I don't know if you guys remember this. But it came out... When did it come out? Let's see. Like 78 or something like that. But that's a good one. These are all ones I haven't opened. Joe, Susan Sarandon. One of her first movies. This was done in 76. Let's see. Divorce American Style. This is an out-of-print movie. Old comedy. Don't know when it came out. But I got that. Paint Your Wagon. This isn't out of print, or I think it is out of print, but I don't know. It's a good movie. Clint Eastwood. It's actually a musical. I didn't know this was a musical, which means I'm probably not going to watch it, so I'll just keep it in the package. Maybe it'll go out of print. I got War and Peace, Audrey Hepburn, Kathleen Hepburn's sister or daughter. I don't know which one, but I know they're related or something. Good movie. This one was 76, something like that. Let's see. Harold and Maude, old classic movie. Good one. White Fang. Good old adventure movie. This was an older one from 74. Great version of White Fang. This was before the Disney one. The War Between Men and Women. Jack Lemmon. I like that cover. It's not the original cover. I have the original cover somewhere. But this is a cool cover. I like that it's like the animation and all that. Kind of cool. Damn, and I paid $17.98 for this because I collect Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon movies, so I can't believe I paid like $20 almost for that. Let's see. I got 3 more that are in the package that I didn't open. 12 Angry Men, one of my favorite movies. Jack Lemmon did a remake of this movie. I think in '96. He did a remake of this movie, 12 Angry Men, which never went to DVD. I'm waiting for it to be on DVD. I have the tape of it, and one of my favorite movies, and the black and white one is a great movie, and this one's out of print too. Let's see. What's this one? The Devil's Disciple, that's kind of a Western. That's not really a classic. A New Leaf, Walter Matthau. I think Diane Keaton. No. Looks like Diane Keaton. I always think this is Diane Keaton, but it's not. This is a good movie, though. A New Leaf, old Walter Matthau one from like the 60s or 70s. Another movie that I paid Look at this. I can't believe that. Look what I paid for that shit. I paid like $23 for this a while ago, just so I can have every Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon movie. Okay, guys, now we're on the snapbacks. My favorite. Let's see, guys, and this is probably going to be part 1 of my classic collection because I'm going through these kind of slow, and then I'll just go through my row on part 2 and show you the 100 other classics I have. This is a Crimson Pirate, good snapback case. This movie was out of print for a while, one of Burt Lancaster's first movies, one of my favorite actors. I like the artwork in there, pretty cool. I don't want to mess that up. There. Let's see. And then I have I have that 4-pack of the Kathleen Hepburn movies, which included Adam's Rib. Kathleen Hepburn's one of my favorite actors too. I have some Out-of-Print stuff from her. And Woman of the Year, I haven't watched any of these Kathleen Hepburn ones, but a few. Spencer Tracy, Pat and Mike. This is like the Spencer Tracy and Kathleen Hepburn 4-pack that I got years ago. And this is the third bonus one that it came with. Spencer Tracy and Kathleen Hepburn tribute kind of thing. Kind of cool. Let's see. Got some more classics going on here, guys. This one was from 1977. This is the Crater Lake Monster. Pretty cool, like sci-fi adventure-y movie. Kind of like the Loch Ness Monster. Kind of that same feel. But it's really a cool movie. I don't know if anyone remembers this one, but it's a cool classic. I like the adventure sci-fi feel. I got the Old Man at Sea Snapback case. Pretty good movie. Kind of a cool adventure movie. This would have been a good one for my Father's Day video I did. They Were Expendable. This is a John Wayne movie. It's not really a Western. It's I think it's kind of like a war movie or something like that. I just like the cover. My cat's about to knock the phone over. But yeah, this is like a war movie or something. Let's see. 7 Days in May. Old classic movie. This version's out of print. Worth some money. Black and white. This has some cool actors in it. Kirk Douglas. Ava Gardner. I got a Jack Lemmon movie right here, guys. The Great Race. Pretty good movie. I have 2 copies of this on VHS because they have different covers and stuff. The Sunshine Boys, Walter Matthau. Kind of a forgotten about movie. George Burns. Pretty cool artwork in there. And looks like I got 3 more Snapback cases. Guys, this is one of my favorite classic movies of all time. This is Days of Wine and Roses. This is Jack Lemmon playing an alcoholic. Him and his wife are alcoholics together, and they have to go to AA, and he loses everything, loses his wife. I think he goes to AA, and the wife didn't make it to AA, and she just, stays an alcoholic, and Jack Lemmon loses everything. But he kind of gives up the alcohol in this movie, so it's a really good movie. If you're in AA, this movie's for you. Another one of my favorites, The Prisoner of Second Avenue. This movie's great. This movie's about New York. Jack Lemmon plays that character that he always plays, where he's like a hypochondriac, where he's like all obsessed over cleanliness. He thinks the city's out to get him. This movie actually has one of the very first Sylvester Stallone kind of cameos in it. Jack Lemmon thinks that somebody stole his wallet, and Rocky bumps into him in the park, and he assumes that he took his wallet when he really left his wallet at home, and he beats up Sylvester Stallone and gets his wallet back, but then he goes home and realizes that my wallet was at home the whole time. I just robbed Sylvester Stallone. So it's a really forgotten about part that Jack Lemmon and Sylvester Stallone have together. That's really cool. Not a lot of people know about this one. One of my favorite movies, though. And the last Snapback that I have, guys, is The Gypsy Moths. This movie's Burt Lancaster. I guess they're like skydivers or something like that. Kind of cool. Gene Hackman's in it. But that's it for those, guys. I'm going to do my Classics Part 2. I'm just going to go through the row in a sec. Hey guys, it's SpyCat, and this is my Classics Collection Part 2. The other video I showed you my snapbacks and my ones that are in the package, just to get those out of the way. Now I'm going to show you guys. I think my classic collections go from here all the way. So it's basically like 100 movies I'm going to show you guys. That's a crap load of classics. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go through my classic collection. I'm going to show you the classic movies that I have from 1930s, like A Mice and Men, the original one, down to like 1970s. Those are classics in my opinion, and that's what I'm going to show you guys. And I'd just like to say that it's been brought to my attention that I guess yesterday was like the National Chinese Dog Festival, where they just kidnap dogs in China and just kill them and eat them and just kill them for the fun of it, for the festival. I think they believe that like if you kill, the more the dogs suffered, I was watching it on YouTube, the more the dogs suffered, the tastier the meat will be. And I just like to say to the people in China, not all the people in China, but the people that are like kidnapping dogs, and I mean these people are killing people's house animals. They go on the street, they take people's house pets and they throw them in a cage and for this damn festival. And that really got me mad when somebody showed me that on YouTube, that just the craziness that these people do to these animals. And if I seen those guys, I'm gonna give them one of these, give them one of those, and a foot in the ass and a kick. If you touch those animals again, I swear if I see you, I'm gonna knock you out. But anyway, guys, let's get to my classic collection. Screw those guys in China who have a day of killing dogs and cats and eating them. Bunch of freaking freaks. Bunch of freaks. But anyway, guys, let's get to my classic collection of movies. I'm for the animals, guys, and I don't like any wrongdoing to animals, and I hope you guys don't like any wrongdoing to animals too, because that really gets me mad. And I was just stuck on, I couldn't believe it was true, and I kept watching these documentaries on the shit that they do to these animals in China. And I mean, they have like a mallet, and just one by one they're just, I mean, the dog doesn't die on one hit in the head. It's just these people are like straight up 5 hits in the head, and the dog's still struggling, and they're laughing, and fuck them in their asses. But okay, guys, enough with the animal people who are cruel to animals. Don't get by me, because I'll torture your ass. But anyway, guys, let's get to my classic collection. Yeah. All right, guys. So we did my Western collection a couple days ago, and now we're on to my classics, which takes up about 2 rows. I'm going to go through about 100 movies. As you guys can see, my favorite actors take up most of my classic collections, being John Wayne, Burt Lancaster, Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, Kirk Douglas, Clint Eastwood, those people, and a few more. So we'll start. This is kind of in order. I did order this by year, but there might be a few that are in the wrong place. So here we go, guys. The earliest movie I have is Sam Quentin. This movie is really early. I think it was done 1937. Sam Quentin. That's about the Sam Quentin prison. Then I got Rear the Wild Wind, John Wayne adventure movie about out to sea. Another John Wayne classic, Without Reservations, kind of a classic comedy. Sorry, Wrong Number. This is one of Burt Lancaster's first movies, kind of a thriller. Then we got Rope of Sand. This is a newer Burt Lancaster one that I got for my collection that I'm really glad that I got. I love Burt Lancaster. I just love him. He's just great. Ever since I saw Birdman of Alcatraz and Elmer Gantry, I think Elmer Gantry, and a few other ones. Just I'll show you my favorite Burt Lancaster ones as we go along. But Flame of the Arrow, haven't really watched that one. Jim Thorpe, this is the, he plays the first Native American football player. Great movie. Come Back, Little Sheba. Great movie about a recovering alcoholic. One of my favorite movies of all time. This is just like Days and Wines and Roses, but not that like hardcore. This movie's basically Burt Lancaster plays an ex-alcoholic, recovering alcoholic, who takes one drink and loses it. And it's a great movie. The acting on this is great. They're a couple that had a kid that died in childbirth, and they're kind of dealing with that and everything like that. And Burt Lancaster, the acting that he does in this movie is great. And this one actually won a Best Actress by Shirley Booth. Then we got From Here to Eternity. We all know about that one. Great movie of all time. East of Eden. This is a 2-disc special edition. Great movie with James Dean. Mr. Roberts, one of Jack Lemmon's first ones. Little Miss Marker, this is in the wrong spot. So is this one. Poseidon Adventure. That's like 70s. Koch, Walter Matthau. Rebel Without a Cause. The Rose Tattoo. I've watched this a ton of times. This is one of my favorite movies. Burt Lancaster plays he's like a truck driver. He's hauling bananas, and he falls in love with this one girl that he meets, and she's not really into him, but it's just a great movie. And Margaret. The Rainmaker, another one of my favorite movies of all time. This is just a great, great movie. Burt Lancaster is the best freaking actor of all time, in my opinion. A Farewell to Arms, Rock Hudson movie. I think that's like a war movie. The original of Mice and Men. This one's the original one. This is in black and white. And this is old. This one's like from the 30s. Then we got, let's see, Robert Mitchum movie, Heaven Knows Mr. Allison. I think this movie he falls in love with a nun. But he's not really living all godly and everything, so it's a good movie. Sweet Smell of Success. This one won some Academy Awards, I think. Burt Lancaster, Tony Curtis. Great movie. I Want to Live. This movie is about a girl who I think she gets thrown in prison, and I think she gets like sentenced to death, and hey, she wants to live. I'd want to live too if I got sentenced to death and was in prison. Separate Tables, another Burt Lancaster classic movie. It Happened to Jane, another great Walter Matthau comedy. Some Like It Hot. This is a great movie with Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon. These people, I don't know why, but they're like on the run or something, and they hide out in this band, but the band is a girls group, so Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis have to dress up as girls and act like girls with Marilyn Monroe. Really great, funny movie. The Apartment, we all know this one won a bunch of Academy Awards with Jack Lemmon. And this is one of my favorite movies of all time. This is Elmer Gantry. This movie is about people that make money using God's name. Like, the people that are Christians, but they're just Christians because they want to get people's money. This movie kind of focuses on that. Burt Lancaster plays a con guy who uses the name of Jesus to get people to give him money. So it's a really, really good message in this movie. But this movie had a lot of controversy about it when it came out, when it first was released, because of it touched on a lot of controversial issues with the church and everything. Inherit the Wind, Spencer Tracy. This is an out-of-print movie. Great movie. Jack Lemmon did a remake of this movie in the 90s with, who was it? I think George C. Scott, I think. I have that on tape. Suddenly Last Summer. This is one with Kathleen Hepburn and Elizabeth Taylor. Really great movie. I think that's out of print. The Wackiest Ship in the Army, comedy movie with Jack Lemmon. The Hoodlum Priest. I was really happy when I got this one in Berkeley. This is a great old school prison movie about a priest who has this relationship with a guy who's on death row in prison. Great movie. And this movie right here is one that's out of print. It's worth some money. It's Long Day's Journey into the Night. Really hard movie to find. It's out of print. Republic Pictures put that one out. Out of print. Irma la Douce. Great Jack Lemmon movie. This movie's about Jack Lemmon. He's kind of a dorky guy, and he falls in love with a street prostitute. So it's a really good comedy movie, kind of comedy drama movie, but one of my favorites. Burt Lancaster's Train, good war movie. Fail Safe. This is with Henry Fonda and Walter Matthau. Send Me No Flowers, Rock Hudson, Tony Randall, the guy that was in the TV show Odd Couple, the guy right there. How to Murder Your Wife, Jack Lemmon movie. This one's out of print, worth some money. I got the Bible. This is the old 70s one, In the Beginning. Fortune Cookie, great movie with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau on one of their first movie roles besides The Odd Couple. This is a great movie about Jack Lemmon is a cameraman, and a football player runs into him and he falls, and then basically when he's in the hospital, Walter Matthau plays the lawyer that's just tells Jack Lemmon to lie and pretend that he's hurt to get money because it's from the football team, professional NFL. A Guide for a Married Man. This movie is out of print, worth some money. Great comedy, Walter Matthau. Another Kathleen Hepburn one, The Lion in Winter. April Fools, Jack Lemmon movie, great one. If you guys haven't noticed by now, I'm a huge Burt Lancaster, Jack Lemmon, and Walter Matthau fan. Gregory Peck's Moby Dick, out of print movie, great movie. House Calls, out of print, another out of print one. Front Page, great Billy Wilder film. Another great team cast in it with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. A really good movie. In this movie, this is where I get my you bunch of Badinskis, which is an old Italian saying. Let's see. Cactus Flower. This is one of Goldie Hawn's first movies. The Out-of-Towners, Jack Lemmon. Airport, Burt Lancaster. Walter Matthau, Neil Simon's Plaza Suit. One of Clint Eastwood's first movies where it's like a thriller movie. This chick's all obsessed over Clint Eastwood, won't leave him alone. Good fight at the end. Odd Couple. You all know that one. Avanti. This movie's about him. I think his dad dies and he takes a trip to Italy and he falls in love with this one Italian girl. And really good movie. And the light went out. Scorpio, Burt Lancaster, old thriller movie. Burt Lancaster's Executive Decision. This is about the JFK assassination. MCQ. This is, to me, these are like the Dirty Harrys of that John Wayne made. This is just like the Dirty Harry movies. He did one movie that was really good. MCQ, John Wayne. Burt Lancaster's Moses. It's a pretty good movie about the life story of Moses in the Bible. Casey's Shadow. This movie is about Walter Matthau and this kid who's like a horse rider or whatever. The Story of Jacob and Joseph. Old Bible movie. $1 Billion Hobo. This is a great movie about a hobo who somehow gets $1 billion. Great comedy. Castle Keep, Burt Lancaster, out-of-print movie. Judgment at Nuremberg, out-of-print movie. Great movie. Run Silent, Run Deep, Burt Lancaster and Clark Gable. Old school movie. Go Tell the Spartans, Burt Lancaster. I think it's a World War, or Vietnam or World War II. I don't even remember. The Beguiled. This is a great forgotten about Clint Eastwood movie where he's like a veteran, and then he goes in this house and all these girls like kind of screw him over. Let's see. Legend of the Lost. This is like an adventure movie with John Wayne. Oh shit, I got a whole lot more. The Vikings. Kirk Douglas, Tony Curtis. This is out of print, that's why I got this one. Fire Down Below. Jack Lemmon movie, old adventure movie. They're trapped on an island. Kogan's Bluff. This is before the Dirty Harry movies, I think. Let's see. Mean Streets. I forgot who's in Mean Streets. Harvey Keitel? I think it's Harvey Keitel. Is it? Martin Scorsese movie. Robert De Niro's in this. Wow. I gotta watch that one. Surpiso. This movie is about I think it's about a police officer that, is about doing good and then he gets framed or something. I don't remember. Let's see. Night Moves, Gene Hackman. Now we're getting into like 70s movies now. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot, great movie. Sad movie though. Boxcar Bertha, this movie's about Boxcar Bertha. She's like an old train robber. Kind of forgotten about movie. Marathon Man, Dustin Hoffman movie. Sugarland Express, this movie they go on a crime spree. Steven Spielberg movie. Paradise Alley, Sylvester Stallone. I think this is a boxing movie before or after the Rocky movies. Let's see. Sybil, 2-disc edition with Sally Field, one of my favorite movies of her, one of her first movie roles, where she plays she has a bunch of different personalities. She's like struggling with like whatever it's called when you're different people. But it's a really good movie. Good acting. Let's see. Dead Cert, kind of a horse riding old school 70s movie. Stay Hungry, this is actually Arnold Schwarzenegger's very first movie. Jeff Bridges, Sally Field. Great movie about weightlifting. The Taken of Pellegrine 1, 2, and 3, one of my favorite movies of all time. Screw the one with Denzel Washington, it's all about this one. Bad News Bears, one of my favorites. Cassandra Crossing, Burt Lancaster movie. Artisan, so it's out of print. Martin Sheen. Great Train Robbery, obviously about robbing trains. Donald Sutherland, Sean Connery. 2-disc editions, Dog Day Afternoon, about the bank robbery where Al Pacino tries to hold up the bank and it doesn't go according to plan. Spoilers, Western. Oh, this is a Western. This should have went in my Westerns, not classics. That's in the wrong spot. Crisscross, another bank robbing classic movie by film noir. Take the Money and Run, out of print movie. Old Woody Allen movie. Who'll Stop the Train? Let's see. The Odessa File, John Voight. China Syndrome, great classic movie. Laughing Policeman with Walter Matthau. Save the Tiger, one of Jack Lemmon's best dramatic roles. Charlie Varick, this is one of my favorite movies of all time, guys. This is one of the best bank robbing movies in history. The beginning part of the movie when they rob the bank is like just great. And then they're on the run the rest of the movie. Orca the Killer Whale. These people are stuck on an island with Bo Derek, Richard Harris, and they have to, eat the whale to survive. Great adventure movie. The High and the Mighty. This movie is great. This is a good plane going down movie. Kind of like Turbulence, but this is like way before Turbulence. Where like the plane's going down, they only have a certain amount of time to get off, and good movie. His Majesty O'Keefe. Island in the Sky, another movie about a plane crash where the plane crashes and they're stuck in the mountains in the cold. Great adventure movie. Donovan's Reef, John Wayne, adventure kind of comedy. South Sea Women, Burt Lancaster, that's not 70s. These should go in the beginning. The Wasp Woman, this is a old 30s movie. Let's see, I got a few more. Birdman of Alcatraz, favorite movie of all time. This is what got me into Burt Lancaster. The Quiet Man, this movie, John Wayne plays a boxer in this movie. Cutter's Way, Jeff Bridges, kind of crime movie. And and that's it for my classics. I'll go in the other room and show you the box sets I have. And I also have this It's a Wonderful Life 50th anniversary in the wrap VHS box set, collector's set. And I also have this Ultimate Wizard of Oz Laserdisc. That's kind of classics. Let's see if I have any more classics. Let's see. Dances with Wolves. We're going to open this on another video too, because this crap that's in there is great. I guess the Godfather VHS trilogy, that's a classic too. And then I also have the Ten Commandments special edition set, which came out in 1956. And then I'll just show a couple more classics, like, oh, I can't even see. Parent Trap, Swiss Family Robinson. Even though these will be in my Disney video when I do that. And I have a lot of Disney videos on my channel. You just have to look for them. But yeah, but that was my classics, guys. And then I also have that laser disc of Elmer Gantry because I'm a fan of this movie. And guys, since I have my VHS all organized and stuff, I actually didn't realize I had these in classics organizations too. So I have the movie Giant, I have the movie Woodstock, classic. I have this one movie that's not on DVD anymore, Hawaii. DVD's out of print. This is with, let it focus, Richard Harris. Let's see, I got some good ones, guys. I got The Devil's Disciple. This is before it came out on Blu-ray, when I was really trying to get every Burt Lancaster movie there was. The Young Savages. This movie isn't on DVD or Blu-ray, still just on VHS. One of Burt Lancaster's first movie roles, still in the package. Let's see. I got the How I Won the War with Jack Lemmon. Or no, I'm tripping. What the fuck am I talking about? John Lennon, Jack Lemmon. Kind of sounds the same, but totally different people. Ooh, this is a hard one to find, guys. This is Fortune of Men's Eyes. This for a classic movie, this is pretty bad. I mean, it shows this guy getting punked in prison and everything. I remember I paid $17.99 for that tape just to have it. Let's see. I don't know why everything's backwards. Undercurrent, Kathleen Hepburn. Let's see. Little Women. The Good Earth. Trapeze. I really want to find this one on DVD, but it's really hard to find. Burt Lancaster actually, he actually knew gymnastics and I think ballet before he was in acting. So he was an all-around great guy. Men of Boys Town. I love collecting the VHS classics that aren't on DVD, that are hard to find, like this one. The Private War of Major Benson. Paid $10 for this one, but it's not on DVD. Let's see. Thunder Bay. The original Cape Fear. Without Love. San Francisco. This is a good one right here, guys. Come to the Stable. And then this one, I'm still waiting for this one to be on DVD, but it's not on DVD. All My Sons. This is Burt Lancaster's. No, I think this is like his second movie, and the very first movie that Burt Lancaster ever made was The Killers. This is the first Burt Lancaster movie that he ever made. Now let's see. Jack Klugman. This is the guy, the other guy besides Tony Randall that was in the Odd Couple show. Good movie. Goodbye Columbus. Let's see. Trouble Along the Way. John Wayne. The Lord Is My Shepherd. Just an old classic movie. And I think that's it for my classics. And then of course I got the VHS of Elmer Gantry, the Laserdisc, and the DVD of that, because that's one of my favorite movies. And that's the original one of The War Between Men and Women. And then behind all this crap, let's see, behind all this crap is just all my ones that I never opened. And these are all, and it just goes on and on. Behind this is just more classic crap. I got to show my VHS. If you guys want to see my VHS collection, just make a comment, and one of these days I'll go through this whole cabinet of VHS tapes. And the only reason I keep VHS is if the DVD is hard to find, or if it's out of print, or it was a VHS movie that's never been on DVD, so it makes it worth money and harder to find. And that's pretty much what all this crap is. That was it for my classic collection, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any classics that I left out. Like always, I probably forgot a shitload of stuff. Anybody who fucks with animals, fuck them in their asses. If I see them, I'll beat their fucking ass on sight. If you mess with animals, you're a punk motherfucker. That's all I gotta say. So, yeah. Have a good one, guys, and, Sweetie says bye, too. She's looking for something out the window. I don't know what. What are you looking for, sweeties? Those Chinese won't get their hands on you in China. If they do, I'll fuck them up. It'll be like fucking the Taken movie or something, and I'll go fucking rage war. Have a good one, guys.